Twitter teaming up with eToro to let users buy and sell stocks, cryptocurrencies, and other financial assets on the social media platform. The partnership expanding the functionality of Twitter's so-called cash tags to cover more types of financial assets. Joining us right now is Dan Primack, Axios business editor. Dan, this is a unique development because it's getting closer to what I think Elon was talking about now 20 some odd years ago with X.com before it became PayPal. But it's not totally inside the Twitter ecosphere, meaning there's an outside partner being taken on in this context.
Yeah, so it is a step in that direction, but as you say, it is very far away. I mean, this is a partnership, right? He's basically taking Twitter users and helping direct them to a third-party exchange, which is the one that would make the money off of any trades if there's money to be made. I mean, the thing that's always been interesting to me about Twitter for Elon is, for a guy who's got these big companies, Tesla and SpaceX, Twitter is the first time he's actually been in kind of everybody's pocket, or at least, hundreds of millions of people's pockets as consumers. But this doesn't quite get him there, but it clearly indicates where he eventually wants to go. One thing we don't know, for example, though, is how long this partnership lasts. You would think ultimately he wants people to be able to trade stocks and crypto and other things just via the Twitter app and never leaving.
Well, that was my question, which is to say, do you think that he ends up abandoning this partnership, buying eToro? How does this all work itself out if, in fact, he's trying to become this super app?
I mean, I think eventually, if he actually is able to do this, we don't really know how much money he's spending on actually trying to get this stuff inside the app, which is probably why he does the eToro partnership. I mean, could he buy them down the line? I mean, maybe. He is unpredictable. eToro tried to go public via SPAC last year. That collapsed, so it clearly could be purchased. Although I'm not sure buying eToro necessarily puts the technology inside of the Twitter app. I think that's just an engineering problem he's got to solve.
So where do you really think Twitter is right now? I mean, do you have any sense of how much money is being burnt, what the future of this thing looks like? You hear all of these headlines, mostly I'll say negative headlines, but then I think to myself, he did cut the staff from 8,000 to 1,500 people. Maybe the economics of this are slightly different. I don't know. What do you think?
The issue with the economics, Elon said during that BBC interview earlier this week that, they're kind of at around cash flow break even is how he said it. But what we don't know is if that includes the interest payments, right? He took on an enormous amount of debt to do this deal. And he even referenced the debt at one point, which continues to be this albatross. Twitter was a company that was losing money when he bought it. They had profitable quarters, but it was losing money when he bought it. But the debt he put on was so much. The reality is that you talked earlier about kind of his net worth. He can put more cash into it if he needs to. Ultimately, Twitter, I think, is kind of a break even, lose a little bit, maybe make a little bit, probably lose a little bit of money company. And the question with Elon Musk is how long he is willing to let Twitter be that, and if he's really willing to spend the kind of investment to get it to X.com. And I don't think he's suggested necessarily he's doing that yet. If you want to get to X.com, you actually have to add a bunch of engineers.
Dan, when we first started talking about this transaction was on the table, one of the big questions was not actually necessarily the future of Twitter unto itself. It was actually the future of the rest of Elon's empire, which is to say the impact on Tesla, the impact on SpaceX, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think there's been a meaningful impact on those businesses?
Around the margins, right? You'll hear some people say that the way Elon has acted on Twitter and kind of some of his public statements via Twitter have hurt the Tesla brand. Although, again, I think if he comes out with that cheaper car, it won't really much matter. SpaceX seems to be fine on its own. So, no, I don't think it's really impacted them per se. And even there was some stock implication, right, when Elon sold Tesla stock to help finance the Twitter deal. But that wasn't a long-term thing. I think people believe he is still committed to Tesla, still committed to SpaceX.